Katharine Hepburn, the timeless Hollywood icon whose elegance and talent have captivated audiences for generations. You might think you know everything about this legendary actress, but what if I told you there's a side to her story that has remained hidden for decades? Throughout her illustrious career, Hepburn dazzled on the silver screen, earning multiple Academy Awards and cementing her status as one of the greatest actresses of all time. Yet, behind the glamour and fame lies a narrative shrouded in mystery and complexity. What could Hepburn reveal that challenges our perception of her? Without any delay, let's find out. Katharine Hepburn's story is a wild ride from start to finish. Born in May of 1907, Hepburn wasn't just any little girl from Connecticut. She was a trailblazer practically from the crib, thanks to her ultra-progressive parents. Can you imagine? Her mom was marching her to votes for women demonstrations, when most women were expected to quietly sip tea at home. This kind of upbringing didn't exactly win the family many friends in their neighborhood, but did they care? Not one bit. Hepburn, or Jimmy as she liked to call herself after chopping off her hair, wasn't your typical girly girl. No way. She was wrestling, swimming, golfing. Heck, she was probably more active than most of the boys her age. And guess what? Her parents cheered her on every step of the way, especially her dad. He was all about pushing her to the limits, making sure she knew how to handle whatever life threw at her. Ice-cold baths every morning? No problem for young Katharine. But then, just when everything seemed perfectly adventurous for Katharine, tragedy struck. It was a normal visit to her aunt's place over Easter break, filled with what you'd expect: laughs, games, the usual holiday fun. But amidst this idyllic setting, something dark lurked. Katharine's world turned upside down the day she found her beloved brother Tom, who had taken his own life. Just like that, everything changed. The family was in total denial at first, concocting a story about a botched experiment to mask the painful truth. Can you believe it? But no matter the story, the harsh reality was that Tom was gone, and Katharine was shattered. She withdrew from her peers, dropped out of school, and went into a shell where no one could reach her. It took a whole college experience for Katharine to find her footing again. Imagine stepping into those college halls, trying to blend in and find a new normal. But let's be real. Was Katharine ever normal? Not a chance. She struggled to fit in, even got suspended for smoking in her room. Talk about a rebel phase. But then, acting came calling, a beacon in the dark. Hepburn found her passion, and boy, did it turn her life around. So, Katharine Hepburn, determined as ever, realized she had to hit the books hard if she wanted to shine on the stage in college plays. And guess what? She nailed it. With those grades up, she was all set to dive deep into the world of acting. It wasn't just a hobby. It was the start of something huge. But not everyone was cheering her on. Imagine this. Her own dad doubted her future in acting. He thought it wasn't a real job that could pay the bills. But Katharine, she was not having any of that. Determined to prove him wrong, she stepped into the brutal world of theater and film, where, honestly, it was a bit of a rocky start. Her voice, people found it annoying. Her acting, it was called embarrassing. Finding a decent gig was a Herculean task since no one really wanted to take a chance on her. But did any of that stop her? Absolutely not. Katharine kept pushing, facing rejection after rejection without letting it crush her dreams. And thank goodness she didn't give up. Because soon enough, she landed a role that would flip her career on its head. The movie? The Warrior's Husband. That was her big break. And from there it was like a domino effect. She started snagging role after role, turning heads in every direction. And you know what's wild? When Katharine realized she was becoming the hot ticket everyone wanted, she started demanding more money. Talk about a power move. Initially, she'd take on male roles, and then she went for the controversial ones. Ever heard of Sylvia Scarlett? That's the one where she rocked Hollywood with its first same-sex kiss on screen. Off-screen, she was just as bold, breaking every unwritten rule of Hollywood, strutting around in pants while other starlets were draped in gowns. Her filmography became a list of hits: Bringing Up Baby, The Philadelphia Story, Adam's Rib, Little Women, holiday classics, every single one of them. And her love life? Just as headline-worthy. Katharine Hepburn wasn't just capturing roles, she was capturing hearts. Rumor has it, she had quite the list of romances, turning heads both on and off the screen. Katharine Hepburn was indeed a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood, but her private life remained just that private, a realm she fiercely protected. Unlike many celebrities of her time who craved the limelight and the buzz of headlines, Katharine preferred to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. This aversion to public scrutiny wasn't just a personality quirk, it was a necessity, driven perhaps by the many secrets she kept close to her chest throughout her life. One of the most talked about aspects of Katharine's life was her relationships, particularly her long-standing affair with Spencer Tracy. Tracy, married and bound by his Catholic faith, was never able to divorce his wife, which left their relationship in a perpetual state of limbo. Despite this, Katharine remained with him until his death, a testament to the depth of her feelings. Her statement, "What would be the point? I loved him and I wanted to be with him. If I had left, we would both have been miserable," encapsulates the complexity and commitment of their relationship. The relationship with Tracy was scrutinized and speculated about, with some suggesting it was merely a cover for both actors' true sexual orientations. Rumors fueled by Scotty Bowers' claims about old Hollywood's secret lives suggest Katharine might have had relationships with over 150 women. These stories, while unverified, paint a picture of a Hollywood where personal truths were hidden to protect careers and personal lives. Katharine's earlier years included an alleged relationship with a college friend, Alice Palash, evidenced by love letters that hinted at a romantic connection. Other names like Laura Harding, Margaret Earley, and Jane Loring are mentioned as part of her romantic history, suggesting that Katharine's private life was both complex and filled with significant relationships, whether platonic or romantic. Throughout her life, Katharine was wary of labels, particularly rejecting the label lesbian, which she felt carried connotations she did not identify with. Her dating history included many men, which makes any attempt to definitively label her sexuality overly simplistic. What remains clear is that Katharine Hepburn was an individual who valued her privacy and autonomy, navigating her way through the challenging waters of Hollywood while maintaining a career that was both groundbreaking and inspiring. If you liked this video, give a like and make sure to watch the video on your screen. See you next video.